Hello people and welcome to a new episode of Network Marketing to the Moon. Today I want to talk about something that has much bigger impact on your growth than most people realize. Your environment decides more than your motivation does. A lot of people in network marketing think growth is mostly about discipline, consistency, and activity. Of course, those things matter. Nobody builds a serious business without action. At the same time, there is another force underneath all of that. And this is the part that many people underestimate. The atmosphere around your life has a huge effect on the way your mind works. The people you spend time with, the emotional tone in your home, the culture in your team, and the kind of conversations you hear again and again all shape what feels normal to you. Psychology explains this very clearly. Human beings slowly adapt to these standards around them, and that process affects behavior more than most people notice. That is why two network marketers can have access to the same company, the same products, the same training, and even the same support. Yet after a few months, one person is moving faster while the other one feels heavier, slower, and less certain. In many cases, the difference is not intelligence. The difference is environment. And when I say environment, I'm not only talking about the room you sit in. I am talking about the full atmosphere around your life. I am talking about the people you hear most often, the messages you consume every day, the kind of partner, friends, or colleagues around you, the culture inside your team, and the way others react when you speak about your goals. All of that matters because the brain is always learning from repetition. It keeps observing what gets repeated around you, what gets accepted, what gets respected, and what gets treated as normal. Over time, that repeated pattern begins shaping your own internal standard. Research on social norms and habit formation supports exactly this idea. Repeated environments influence repeated behavior. What surrounds you every day slowly becomes normal inside you. That sentence explains a lot. Let me give you a very simple example. Imagine again two network marketers. Both start in the same company. Both watch the same presentation. Both have the same chance on paper. But the first network marketer lives inside an atmosphere where growth is respected. At home, nobody laughs when goals are mentioned. In the team, activity is normal. Serious people speak seriously. When challenges appear, the general tone is constructive. The second network marketer lives in a completely different emotional climate. Every goal sounds unrealistic. Every event looks too expensive. Every serious decision gets questioned. In daily life, most conversations are about stress, limits, and reasons why things do not work. After a few months, those two network marketers often look completely different. One becomes sharper, more certain, and more stable. The other one often feels slower, more doubtful, and emotionally heavier. That does not happen by accident. The room around them has been shaping them every day. A strong environment makes strong behavior easier. This is where the psychology gets even more interesting. The first thing your environment shapes is your sense of what is normal. If the people around you treat discipline like something natural, discipline begins to feel normal. If the people around you treat excuses like something intelligent, excuses begin sounding reasonable. When low standards are repeated often enough, the mind starts relaxing into them. This is one of the reasons social norms are so powerful. People adjust to the level the group keeps rewarding or accepting. This is why some people lose speed in network marketing without even seeing when it happened. Nothing dramatic took place. The room slowly taught them what level to accept. The second thing your environment shapes is your emotional state. This matters more than many people think. Human begins absorb emotion from the people around them. Stress spreads. Negativity spreads. Calmness spreads. Confidence spreads. In psychology, this is often described as emotional contagion. It means that the emotional tone around you does not stay outside of you. After enough contact, it starts affecting your own internal state. That is why one coffee with the wrong person can leave you mentally heavy for the rest of the day. And this is why one strong event can change the way you feel about your business in just one weekend. Nothing mystical is happening there. The emotional climate changes and your mind responds. The emotional tone around you becomes part of the emotional tone within you. This is one reason some network marketers begin saying things like, "I don't know what's wrong with me lately. I just feel off." Sometimes the answer is not buried deep inside them. Sometimes the atmosphere around them has been feeding doubt, stress, and low energy for weeks. The third thing your environment shapes is your behavior through habit. This part is extremely practical. A lot of people believe habits are only about discipline. In reality, habits are strongly tied to context. The brain links certain places, people, and situations with certain behaviors. Over time, those connections become stronger and the environment itself starts triggering the pattern. Research on habit learning shows that repeated contexts can cue repeated actions automatically. That means a weak environment can quietly train weak habits. If distraction is normal around you, distraction becomes easier. If comfort is always available, action feels harder. If the daily rhythm around you keeps teaching your brain the business comes after everything else, then the business will keep getting what comes after everything else. And the opposite is true as well. A network marketer who keeps placing themselves in a stronger setting usually finds it easier to act well because the environment is supporting the right pattern instead of fighting it. This is one reason events matter so much in network marketing. People often think events are mainly about information. In reality, a good event changes the environment for a short period of time. A network marketer enters a room where growth feels normal, belief feels normal, urgency feels normal, and bigger standards feel also normal. Once that happened, the person often goes home, sees the business very differently. That kind of shift is powerful. A better room can create a better version of you. There is one more psychological layer that matters here, and that is identity. People naturally move towards the standard of the group they want to belong to. When someone spends enough time around serious, focused, growth-oriented people, their language starts changing, their pace starts changing, and their standards start changing. This is not because somebody forced them, it's because belonging and identity are deeply connected. The groups around us influence the kind of person we begin to see ourselves as. That is one reason team culture matters so much. If the culture says we show up, we learn, we stay consistent, we take this seriously, the identity begins shaping the network marketer. If the culture says we do what we can when we feel like it, then that identity shapes the network marketer too. In other words, your environment is never neutral. It is always training something. This also has a personal side. Sometimes the difficult environment is not your team. Sometimes it is home. Sometimes it is one close friend. Sometimes it's a small circle where ambition is always met with sarcasm, doubt, or negativity. That does not mean you need to become arrogant or fight everyone around you. It means you need to become more intentional about what gets access to your mind every day. Protecting your environment is part of protecting your growth. A serious network marketer needs to ask better questions. Who is shaping my emotional state every day? What kind of conversations are filling my head? Does the atmosphere around me make growth easier, or does it quietly pull me back into older patterns? Those questions matter because your future is not built only by what you want. It is also shaped by what keeps shaping you. The people closest to your mind often have strongest influence on your future. Before we finish, let me add one quick side note. This is one of the reasons I wrote Moonshot. Over the years, I saw very clearly how much mindset, structure, and environment affect long-term growth in network marketing. Moonshot goes deeper into that philosophy and explains how serious network marketers think when they want to build with clarity, strength, and long-term vision. If you want to go deeper into that way of thinking, the link is in the description below. Now, let's come back to the core message. If your growth has felt slower, heavier, or more inconsistent than it should lately, then it may be worth looking beyond effort alone. More effort is not always the first answer. In many cases, the smarter move is to look at the room around you and ask whether it is helping your future or quietly weakening it. Because once your environment changes, a lot of things start changing with it. The way you think becomes clearer, the way you feel becomes lighter, the way you act becomes stronger, the way you see your future becomes bigger, and over time, that changes results. Change your room, and very often you change the speed of your growth. Alright, that's it for today. If this episode gave you value, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the next episodes. And if you already know that your current environment is making your growth harder than it needs to be, take that seriously. A stronger future often begins with a stronger room. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode.